Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed.
Great to be here.
Today, we're jumping into some fresh intelligence on digital security. Specifically, a pretty sophisticated threat that's popped up in the crypto world.
And it's evolving fast.
Right. So our mission today is really to unpack what researchers have found about this one group, see how they're pulling this off, and most importantly, figure out what you can do to keep your digital assets safe.
Absolutely crucial right now.
Okay, so the group we're talking about, they're known as GreedyBear. And the research, especially from Koi Security, paints a picture of some really clever, almost industrial-scale operations.
Yeah, industrial is a good word for it. The scale is quite something.
Get this. They've apparently snagged over $1 million in crypto.
Just in the last 5 weeks alone.
Wow. Over $1 million. Yeah, that's significant.
It really is. And what's striking isn't just the amount, but the ingenuity behind it. This isn't random smash and grab stuff.
No, it sounds planned. Koi Security's research seemed to suggest most of that million came from one main attack method.
That's right. One particularly clever and very lucrative method for them.
Okay, let's get into that. What is their biggest moneymaker right now? What's working so well for them?
So the primary thing, by far, has been weaponized Firefox extensions.
Firefox extensions. Okay.
They've rolled out about 150 of these fake extensions, and they're targeting both international and English-speaking users specifically.
Fake versions of what kind of things?
Really popular crypto wallets. Think MetaMask, Exodus, Rabby Wallet, TronLink. Names you'd probably recognize.
Right. So how do they get these past the security on the Firefox add-on store?
Well, that's the clever bit. They use a technique called extension hollowing.
Extension hollowing. Okay, what's that?
Basically, they upload a clean, non-malicious version first. It looks totally fine, passes the initial security checks.
Okay, so it gets approved.
Exactly. And then, once it's listed and people start installing it, they push an update containing the malicious code, the bit that steals your crypto.
Wow. So they establish trust first, then flip the switch. That's incredibly sneaky.
It is. It exploits the trust people naturally place in the marketplace and in automatic updates. And they use things like fake reviews to make it seem even more legit beforehand.
And you said 150 extensions. Has it always been that many?
No, that's what's also notable. They've scaled up rapidly. Koi Security tracked an earlier campaign, maybe April to July, that only had about 40 extensions.
So going from 40 to 150 in just a few months, they're really ramping things up.
Definitely suggests they're finding success and reinvesting, so to speak.
Is this their only angle, though? Just the browser extensions? Or are they hitting people in other ways, too?
Oh, no, not at all. They have another major line of attack. Almost 500 malicious Windows executable files.
500. Okay, where are people encountering those?
Mostly on Russian websites that offer pirated software. Repacked versions of legitimate programs that bypass the licensing.
Right, cracked software, like very risky stuff.
Extremely. These executables bundle in all sorts of nasty things. Credential stealers, ransomware, Trojans. Koi thinks this shows they have a pretty broad malware distribution setup. They can switch tactics.
So extensions and malicious downloads? Anything else?
Yep. Phishing websites, dozens of them, made to look like real crypto services wallets, hardware device sites, even fake wallet repair services.
Wallet repair. That sounds like a scam waiting to happen.
Precisely. All designed to trick you into handing over your personal info, your passwords, your wallet keys.
So a multi-pronged attack strategy. The research mentioned something about targeting. Do they use these different methods for different groups of people?
Yes, absolutely. Eden Dardikman from Koi pointed this out. The Firefox extensions seem aimed more at global and English-speaking victims.
Okay.
While the dodgy Windows executables primarily hit Russian speakers, likely because of where they're distributed.
That shows some real operational planning, doesn't it? Like market segmentation for cybercrime.
Exactly. They know who they're targeting and how.
But here's something really interesting Koi found. Despite all these different attacks and targets, it seems they all trace back somewhere specific.
That's the kicker. Almost all of GreedyBear's attack domains, the infrastructure they use, points back to one single IP address. 185.208.156.66.
One IP. For all of this, what does that tell us?
It's a huge clue. A single IP acting as the central command and control, and where the stolen data goes. Koi says it suggests tight centralized control.
Okay, centralized control. So not like a loose collective.
Probably not. And crucially, it points strongly towards organized cybercrime. For profit. not state-sponsored hacking.
Ah, right. Because state actors usually try to hide their tracks better, more distributed.
Exactly. They use complex, spread-out infrastructure to avoid single points of failure and make attribution harder. This single IP suggests these guys are, well, criminals operating from Russia, focused on making money.
Which changes how you'd investigate or defend against them, I suppose.
It definitely does. And it might also be their weak spot, that central point.
A potential Achilles heel. Okay, so bringing it back to us, the users. Facing this organized, cunning group, what can people actually do to protect themselves?
Well, the good news is the defenses are fairly straightforward, even if the attacks are sophisticated. It's about digital hygiene, really.
Oh, okay. Like what?
First off, browser extensions. Only install them from verified developers. Look for ones with long track records, lots of genuine reviews. Be skeptical.
Makes sense. What else?
Avoid pirated software sites like the plague. Seriously, those nearly 500 malicious executables, that's where they're coming from. It's just not worth the risk.
Right, the free software ends up costing you way more.
Absolutely. And for your crypto itself, it's much safer to use the official wallet software downloaded directly from the developer's official website.
Rather than relying on a browser extension.
Especially for significant amounts, yes. Browser extensions are just inherently more exposed. We've seen too many times how one bad extension can wipe someone out.
Okay, official software, avoid piracy, verified extensions. What about people holding, serious amounts of crypto? Long-term HO dealers.
For significant holdings, hardware wallets are really the way to go.
Those little USB-like devices.
Exactly. They keep your private keys offline, which is much more secure. But, and this is critical, only buy them directly from the official manufacturer's website.
Why only from the official site?
Because, remember those phishing sites? Greedy Bear and groups like them set up fake hardware wallet shops too. They'll either steal your payment info or worse, potentially send you a compromised device.
Wow, the layers of deception. Okay.
So official sources only. It's paramount.
Got it. Okay, so let's just quickly recap. We've got this group, Greedy Bear, likely Russian criminals, not state actors.
Right, operating centrally.
They've stolen over $1 million using fake Firefox extensions, using that extension hollowing trick, plus malicious Windows programs from pirate sites and phishing websites.
A coordinated multi-vector attack.
And to protect yourself, be super careful with extensions. Only use verified developers. Steer clear of all pirated software. Use official wallet apps, not extensions, for crypto if possible. And if you have serious amounts, get a hardware wallet, but only buy it directly from the manufacturer.
That's the core advice. Vigilance is key.
It really seems to be. Okay, so that brings us to our final thought for you today. In this digital world, which is becoming more decentralized in some ways, trust is obviously vital. But we see groups like this manufacturing trust through really sophisticated deception.
Yeah, building that false sense of security.
So how do we, as individual users, actually verify authenticity anymore when the fake looks so real? And maybe more deeply, what kind of shift in our everyday digital habits do we need to make to navigate this landscape where deception is getting so advanced?
That's the big question, isn't it? How do we adapt?
Something to think about as you go about your digital life. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.